Hello, my name is Monica and I work at Watersheds Canada, a national nonprofit and charitable organization that works with landowners, community groups, youth to help them protect their lakes, rivers, and shorelines. And we do this through collaborative resources and programs. One of our recent projects is the Pugnose Shiner Landowner Engagement and Shoreline Habitat Restoration Project, which is taking place in the Quinte watershed to help protect habitat for the Pugnose Shiner, which is a species at risk. This project was possible because of strong community support, and we'd like to take a minute to highlight some of the programs and community groups that made this project possible.
I'm Maya Navrat. I'm an Outreach and Stewardship Coordinator with Quinte Conservation, and we are super excited to be participating in the Pugnose Shiner project. Our water monitoring staff have been out this summer doing vegetation surveys and water quality monitoring. And so the invasive species surveys are primarily looking at non-native vegetation that could be compromising Pugnose Shiner and other species. And so with this data, we'll be developing reports for the Lake Association to work with them in the future to help address some of these invasive species issues, but also slow and stop the spread of new ones. We've been offering the Natural Edge Shoreline Planting Program here in our Quinte Conservation region. We have quite a few landowners on Westlake that have participated, and we're looking forward to working with even more landowners for all the benefits that naturalized shorelines have, but especially for that threatened Pugnose Shiner species. And so having the vegetation on the shoreline will help to slow the runoff and remove excess nutrients from it, leaving behind cleaner water in the lake. The vegetation is casting some important shade and creating that habitat that's so important. Again, not just for the Pugnose Shiner, but all sorts of species, so the entire lake community will benefit.
The Love Your Lake program is a stewardship and education program coordinated by the Canadian Wildlife Federation and Watersheds Canada. Trained staff members go by boat across an entire lake, assessing each property using a detailed protocol sheet. With these findings, they can produce a property-specific report for each landowner on the lake, and this report is filled with voluntary recommendations that the landowner can take to protect the health of their water body.
Hi, I'm Kathy Coltis, and I'm the chair of the Westlake Community Association. As you can see by the surroundings, we're on Westlake, and three of us started the association. We formed it because we found there was an opportunity to engage our community on some environmental issues as well as other key issues of concern to residents that lived in little shoreline communities all around Westlake. One of the biggest environmental issues we're dealing with is invasive and non-invasive species of aquatic vegetation, which affects shoreline habitat, and especially for aquatic species like the Pugnose Shiner and other endangered and at-risk species of wildlife. Everyone is engaged in all our environmental issues, so we're really getting positive feedback and very grateful that we have this opportunity to work with Watersheds Canada. We created a lake survey that went out to all of the residents in the area, as well as it was hand delivered as well as online. And in that survey was information about the Love Your Lake program, the Revitalization Shoreline project. We have projects that we're involved in called Water Rangers. So if you didn't get the survey and you want more information, please contact me through our Westlake Community Association, And our email is westlakeca.pec@gmail.com. And we also have a brand new website, which is Westlake PEC. If I can be a small part of maintaining the health of the lake and the shoreline, for now, for myself and for generations to come, that's what's really important to me, and that's what puts a smile on my face.
So my name's Don Ross, and I'm a board member of the County Sustainability Group. I was part of the founding group back in about 2006. We've been advocating for wind farms and solar farms and renewable energy to try to get Ontario less dependent on coal and natural gas and nuclear. And so that was sort of the start of it, and we realized that there were so many issues that the public could really use education and information about. And since we've been here and involved with water rangers, it's given me the opportunity to find all kinds of locations that are really interesting and fascinating, and then feel like I'm doing something to help monitor the conditions of them. Some of the negative impacts that I've seen over these years is just the increase of development on shorelines, and that people that are building are basically clear cutting right down to the shore and leaving it in a perfectly landscape condition, which is the worst thing for the environment actually. Climate change is affecting us all, and we need to realize that every single thing we do, multiplied by millions and millions of people and then billions of people around the world, it's all adding up to out of control global warming. So we need to address that as soon as we can. When we were invited to take part in this Pugnose Shiner project, we were really excited because for us it sort of captures what the CSG is about, is nothing's too small, and everything small is important. So this tiny little fish matters, and the habitat that we need to protect so that it can survive matters.